Today, we discussed an interesting proposal that was pitched in Congress to give every single American above the age of 16 $2,000 a month. Stay tuned for later on in the video where we'll discuss the likelihood of this passing.
Let's talk about it.
Stay at home, please.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chima.
I'm Obina.
And we are the Secret Bros.
Yes, we are. This channel is all about business, finance, and wealth building. So if you're into that, even just a little bit, please consider subscribing. If you like what you see, give us a like. We make a vast majority of everything you see and hear from scratch, from the music in the background to the thumbnails, and even editing the whole video. We work really hard on this, so we would really appreciate the support. Also, we are not your financial advisor, so please don't sue us.
So let's jump right into it. One of the acts that have been proposed is the ABC Act, otherwise known as the Automatic Boost to the Communities Act. There were many other acts proposed, that basically give money to Americans and businesses and go towards infrastructure, but this act in particular calls for $2,000 a month for every single person above the age of 16.
Sheesh, $2,000 a month.
Yep.
Oh man, I need that.
Yep, a couple with 2 children could receive $8,000.
What? Yeah, all those people who have mad kids and just been baby making machines, this is your year. This is your year of redemption. It's time to come back.
We don't know yet. I guess.
We don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, you can imagine this is a very ambitious proposal, but it is not alone. There is a similar proposal that has been introduced to Congress called the Emergency Money for the People's Act. Yes, this is what it's called. Proposed by Democratic Rep. Khanna and Tim Ryan. This act gives $2,000 per month to people over the age of 16 and under a certain income threshold. Yes, that means unlike the CARES Act passed last month, this will benefit even college students and those still claimed as dependents. This proposal has a lot of sponsors, but both have been proposed by Democrats. So you can see that Democrats are really the ones pushing to put some money in the American people's hands.
Yep. But Democrats, however, haven't been the only ones that have been proposing Americans receive stimulus checks. In fact, March 16th, Republican Senator Mitt Romney also proposed sending every American $1,000 to ease the financial pain of the pandemic.
I think I like $2,000 better though.
Yeah, I mean, but this pandemic has basically threatened the global economy and the U.S. economy, but Democrats seem to be the only ones pushing consistent stimulus checks or basically multiple stimulus checks. We'll see what happens. Now, whether you're a fan of the government-issued stimulus checks or not, honestly, I don't see why you wouldn't be.
Free money?
Yep. It's hard to argue that $1,200 that was approved is not enough. According to a survey by the American financial company SimplyWise, 63% of Americans will need another stimulus check within the next 3 months. Now, although there's an increasing concern regarding when to reopen the economy and how to assist businesses during a time like this, we also need to remember that the consumer spending accounts for 70% of our economic growth. Yes, you heard me correctly. 70% of our economic growth comes from consumer spending. So that's our GDP.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that we really make up a large amount of our economy and people just kick us under the rug like we're not important. Yes, you taxpayer, you are important.
But let's take a deeper look at what the ABC Act is.
The ABC Act will create a Boost Express card. You may be wondering, what in the world is a Boost card? Are they about to give us all prepaid Boost Mobile cards? Essentially, it's just a prepaid gift card. There's no ATM fees for this card, so you can swipe at any ATM without having to worry. You have the option of getting direct deposit, which honestly I think is the best option. If you choose the debit card, you can get it mailed to you, get it through a community outreach program, or pick it up at certain locations. They're talking about establishing pickup stations. Personally, this all seems like a lot of work. I'll just get direct deposit and keep it pushing. You would also have web-based access and telephone-based access to this card. Sounds like they're adding a lot of jobs to the economy by trying to implement this card. So this could, I guess, be a double positive then. More checks, more jobs? Another thing about this bill is that there are no income restrictions. No, if you are a dependent and you do not get it, instead whoever claims you will receive an additional stimulus. Now you can be undocumented and get it if you sign papers that say you are here legally and you can document you have been in the country for at least 3 months. How about that? You also can get it if you are a non-resident alien. This 2,000 month payment period will continue until 1 year after Donald Trump ends the national emergency declaration that went into effect on March 13th.
What else is crazy is that you can get $2,000 a month during the payment period and $1,000 a month a year after the payment period.
If this passes, we're going to be cashing out for a minute.
We'll see what happens. Now, the document says that the term payment period starts at the beginning of the first day of the month after the enactment of this act, and it ends 1 year after the termination of the Emergency Declaration Act, or 1 year after the national unemployment rate is within a couple different thresholds.
Now, what do you think? This sounds like universal basic income. I feel like lawmakers are actually kind of scared and avoiding using the words universal basic income in a lot of these proposals outside of a few individuals. This proposal and others all include giving people money for a certain period of time. That sounds like UBI to me.
We actually already have a video planned to discuss UBI as well as unemployment, so keep a lookout for that.
Yeah, UBI is actually a crazy concept. This is something that could really be the future for all of us, even outside of this whole situation that's going on right now. There's going to be a lot of advancements and changes in society that we may just all need to get some cash for free every month. It sounds crazy, but
Yeah, it sounds crazy.
this is a real thing. Like,
Sounds crazy, but there's a lot of places that are already kind of doing a UBI
Yeah.
approach to this.
Yeah.
Countries, especially given the times.
Mhm.
But there's even states that have been trying that. And of course, we'll discuss all of this in the UBI video, so stay tuned.
stay tuned. A lot of things you probably never heard before. The big question is, how in the world is the government going to pay for this? Well, they're saying they want to mint $1 trillion platinum coins. This is really no difference in printing money, minting coins, same thing. Either way, you're creating money out of thin air, so.
Now, the biggest question you all want to know is how likely is this to happen? A lot of officials seem to be open to checks, some surprisingly open. Trump also seems to be open. In fact, last month in April, he stated, and I quote, "We could very well do a second round of direct payments," and that it's absolutely under serious consideration. Honestly, right now, it really comes down to Senate Republicans and Democrats. They're not really seeing eye to eye. Some want to wait before they start sending out more checks. Others think we need to be spending more money now. Especially if that means getting more money into the hands of the American people. I'm open to seeing whatever comes out of Congress.
Yeah,
We'll be watching what happens
Mhm.
and give you an update. Congress opened back up on May 4th, so it'll be interesting to see what comes out, if anything at all.
but in terms of the likeliness of the bill passing the way it is right now, that's slim to none, in my opinion. There will need to be a lot of revisions to the bill and some more guidelines and limitation on who's getting the money. Right now, this is a very, very expensive bill to implement. And adding difference of opinions into the flame means there's a lot of things that people are gonna have to compromise on.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, the biggest areas of contention that I see will be the amount and who gets the money in the first place. I don't honestly see Republicans realistically passing a stimulus bill that gives stimulus to undocumented immigrants or people as young as 16.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, whatever does come out, if anything at all, I honestly think it'll be a much watered down version of what's being proposed here.
But on the very low likeliness of this bill passing the way it is, I'm about to start buying more Starbucks and be going to way more brunches. Just joking, that money is going right into my Robinhood and Webull account. You can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,500 when you sign up with the link below.
Now, if you want $2,000 a month, comment down below. Tell us what you would do with the money and if you think this will even get passed.
Yeah. Can you imagine being 16 and getting $2,000 a month? Do you know the type of things you can buy? The type of luxuries you can have? The lifestyle you can live?
I will say $2,000 a month for a 16-year-old seems pretty unrealistic there.
Yeah. But if you're 16, you can keep hoping and wishing. One day that money may come to you.
Or maybe not. Guess we'll see. All right, so thanks again for watching. Once again, my name is Chima,
My name is Obina.
and we are the Secret Bros. We really do appreciate the support. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And follow us on Instagram if you want to stay up to date with what we have going on.
Also, again, if you want to start investing, please check out the links below. You can get a free stock on Robinhood and Webull. If you're a first-time investor, free stocks, you might as well.
Valued up to $1,500.
You might as well.
I hope everyone's really out there staying safe and doing all the things they have to do. We'll leave a link down below to the CDC to keep up to date with any updates or guidelines that are being proposed. Please stay safe and be smart.
Peace, love, and happiness, everybody.
Peace.
Yeah, stay at home.